Hey y'all, it's Ashley with a fifth layout for the March 2014 HIP kit. And I'm starting off with the yellow cardstock that came in our kit, and I'm using a Heidi Swapp stencil. I call it the Sunburst or Starburst stencil, but I don't really think it has a name. I'm also using October Afternoon mist and then some Heidi Swapp mist in black velvet. And this is just to give a little interest to the background because I didn't just want it to be the plain yellow, but a lot of it ends up getting covered up, and you just see like the slight burst coming from behind the focal point, which is my photo, and then some layers. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that off and then make sure my mat is dry and have a look through some of my kits. Now, I know I want this page to be different than my other ones, a little less, pinky and cutesy and a little bit more masculine, although I do end up using some feminine pieces and some feminine colors, but it is kind of a way to show that you can have a little bit more of a masculine feel to your layouts with using some what we would think are girly, pattern papers. So it's kind of the route that I want to take, and I'm setting that out while my background dries, and I was liking how that was looking so far. So I'm going to try to get that back the way that it was when it was on my cutting mat. The picture that I'm scrapbooking is a picture of my husband and my dog, and she does sleep with us. And some people are like, what? But no, she's definitely part of us, and she sleeps with us every night. And actually, she doesn't even really like to get out of the bed in the morning. Like sometimes I have to make her get up because we shut our bedroom doors and stuff when we leave. And she loves to be under the covers. And I wanted to scrapbook this moment because she's looks just like him sleeping, and she was totally taking my spot. So I had gotten up. I'm sure I was getting dressed, and she was sleeping up there. And so the title of this layout is going to be replaced, because essentially that's what I felt like she was doing. So I am using some of my cork that I bought not too long ago to make a little quick embellishment, and then with using the stamps from the stamp set this month for March. And I'm liking the way that's looking. I also added an Evolicious puffy sticker there to the top right hand corner of the photo. The papers that I'm using are a mixture of Amy Tan Plus One and Dear Lizzie. I used archival ink to stamp it out, and if you see what I did, I'm sitting there looking at it because I could not believe that I just turned over that arrow piece that said just happened, and it made a complete mess on my background. Now, you may not be able to tell because you can see the burst, like the sunburst coming from the background, but it really bothered me. So I'm going to find a way to fix that here in a little bit. I love these blue thickers that I'm using. I went ahead and put the title to the side, and I recently saw Craft and Kate do that with, I think, these exact thickers that we got in our kit. And I had a little bit too much space there on the left-hand side, so I put an asterisk just to kind of fill in that place. I was hoping that they had like a hashtag or something like that, but they didn't. So here's where I'm going to try to cover up the mess up there on the bottom right-hand side. I'm really loving the way that it's looking. I just took a triangle punch and used the gray cardstock from our kit, and I'm going to cover up as much of that mess that I can. So I'm going to put 3 there, and then I believe I'm going to place 2 to 3 in the top left-hand corner just to kind of get your eye moving across the page diagonally. Let's see, maybe I just do 2. Yeah, I end up just doing 2. I'm going to cut off the excess there. And then I went ahead and used black thread to sew those down. And I also added those chalkboard labels. You didn't see me do that because I actually wasn't recording and I didn't mean to do that. But I did add those labels. I just cut it in half, and I'm loving those labels. I used them on my last layout, and I used them again on this one. So I also added a flare badge to the left-hand corner of that EXO stamp. Then I'm going to add this tab there at the top. and that's also from October Afternoon. Let's see, I'm trying to look for something else. Oh, I pulled these chipboard frames and borders from our last kit. I thought about using them, but I didn't. Here I am again with these October Afternoon little alphas from our February kit, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the date, and then our dog's name is Annabelle, but we call her Annie, so I'm gonna go ahead and put her name there at the bottom. And I think that added just the right amount of touch, and I love those little alphas. The square alphas I just can't get enough of, so I had to pull those again. I know that I used them in the last, I think I used them in the last video or maybe the video before. So I'm going to try to add some of this India ink, and I really like just the extra touch that gave. If I could, I probably would use India ink on every layout, but I know it doesn't always go with the layout or the design that I'm trying to do, but that pretty much completes the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little bit different, pretty quick and simple, and maybe you'll get some inspiration for when you mess up on a page like I did. Here's some close-ups of the final layout, and I hope you guys have a great week.